Ain't nowhere for him to come next to me. There's nowhere for him to run over here. It's no fucking track right here. You know what I'm saying? He can run on this little piece of sidewalk right here if that's what he want to do. But he ain't got no right to come nowhere near me right here. This place is too big for him to come anywhere fucking near me. They don't need to come nowhere fucking near me. He better stay his ass as far away from me as fucking possible. And he over here looking and shit. Like I said, he better stay his ass as far away from me as possible. Because that's where I was sitting at yesterday. And where I was sitting at yesterday, he's over, when I filmed the bench. That's the bench that I filmed. And I said, it got the COVID-19 thing on there because I was going to parks. And there was people that knew that I was going up to the parks to just walk around sometimes, you know, because I was homeless, you know, and then they gonna shut down the parks and everything to where they was trying to keep me from being able to go at the park to where people have to take me in their house. These people are not slick about what they are doing. And I'm telling you, they've been abusing me my whole life. So I know my vindication is coming. I know this is my exodus from this country. Whether it's the fact that they gonna leave me the fuck alone and they gonna respect me and my kids in this country, or we gonna get the fuck up out of here. It's gonna be one or the other. Because now that I had to go back and look over everything that people been doing to me, I realized these people have been abusing me my entire life. Every goddamn day, every goddamn hour. They've been tearing me down. That's all they've been doing. And when God showed me all the people that was abusing me when they was back there trying to murder me before that trial, God showed me everybody in my life who was abusing me. And now I see why he did. Because all of their ass was trying to get me killed. All of them. And it just really showed the power of Jesus Christ, man. It really do. And I know it's a reason why God is forcing me to expose everybody that's involved. It's a reason why. And I'm glad because finally my vindication has come. Finally. And if I gotta go somewhere else to expose them, then I will. If YouTube on some bullshit, then I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still getting views. I'm still getting subscribers. So I appreciate them allowing me to put out my story. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's too many people involved that's trying to keep Andrea Jones' story under the rug. They're trying to lie about my life. You know, they want to lie about the events of my life and pay me out to be some crazy lunatic lady, you know. But at the end of the day, if people only got to see, and I finally get to see, and they know I don't want their ass around me. Because when people were trying to murder me and Jesus Christ came into my body and he said, I cast you out of the kingdom of heaven, none of them people cannot never come nowhere near me. So I know I don't need their help. I need my vindication. I need my justice from Jesus Christ. That's what I need. I don't need nobody trying to ask me to forgive them for shit. Don't ask how the fuck I'm gonna forgive somebody that's still abusing me. It ain't no such thing as forgiving you and you still trying to have me killed and then trying to cover it up. So I'm going to continue to work on the evidence of what's really going on. Whether people give a fuck or not, it's going to be for me. So that I can be like, damn, I can't even hardly believe I was that abused. I can't even believe this shit. Every fucking year. 2 years old to 4 years old to 5 years old to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, I'm 29, and they still abusing me. And I'm telling, because they done tried to murder me, and they know that I'm pregnant, and I've been too abused for people to keep on abusing me and trying to blame me for shit. And the Lord let me know all the times that he delivered me. Because when he had me look back on the stuff they was doing, I found out they was not just abusing me. They was trying to take my life. And that's the reason why I ran away. That's the reason why I didn't like none of them growing up. That's the reason why I always stayed to myself throughout my life. And they kept coming around, trying to smile in my face, still trying to plot on my life. Going back and conspiring with each other. And I didn't know shit about what was really going on because I didn't know nothing about the devil. I didn't know nothing about satanic rituals that they do on children and grown people. So when you a child and you got motherfuckers trying to do satanic rituals on you and you running away and you don't know why people abusing you and then everybody involved and I didn't know that they was trying to kill me. Jesus Christ kept delivering me. He kept delivering me. And they was over there trying to kill me. And now all these people involved thinking because y'all got some money and some cars and some medical benefits and some fucking apartment that you could fuck around and try to kill somebody. And I'm grown and God done allowed me to see what's really going on. I'm old enough to understand who the devil is, who Satan is, and who the fuck we been serving. I'm old enough to understand why the black people left the church. I'm old enough to understand why so many people start holding up pyramids and all-seeing eyes. I'm old enough to understand why everybody be talking about shush and be quiet. I'm old enough to understand why all these black women is winding up dead. I'm old enough to understand the conspiracy against our children to murder our children in the land. I'm old enough to understand what pedophilia is. I'm old enough to understand what child molestation is. I'm old enough to understand who a rapist is. I'm old enough to understand who a pedophile is. I'm old enough to understand who a murderer is. I'm old enough to understand who a corrupt judge is. I'm old enough to understand who enemies are as far as people from other nations who don't like my ethnicity. I'm old enough to understand. So I ain't know y'all gonna keep plotting on me. I'm old enough to understand men who are offering up their children for money and power and fame. I'm old enough to understand women who are offering up their daughters and their children for money and power and fame. I'm old enough to understand how many black people don't actually want to be persecuted in this country, so they rather join with the oppressors. I'm old enough to understand what a false prophet is and what a wolf in sheep's clothing is. I'm old enough to understand why Jesus went in the church and started flipping over the money tables. So I had to come over here to try to work on the shit. You know, and this is like, they are so wicked, man. They are so evil, you know? And I hate for a fucking fake ass person to try to come up in my face and smile up in my face and you plotting on me behind my back. And that's all they have been doing. You know, I want to start releasing my episode. I don't think people are really even care. You know what I'm saying? But God don't never let nothing that I do be wasted. You know what I'm saying? And it's at the point right now where this is vindication. You know how many times I done had Hispanic girls treating me bad, white girls and black girls and black men and all these different races of, you know, white men and people coming in to the Chinese store and they acting like you finna steal something and you shop there all the time spending all that money. You know how much persecution I done endured on jobs, and then you got the oppressors over there trying to tell you, oh, you know, God said love your oppressor. God said love your enemy. Well, God done poured out his spirit, and God ain't telling me to love no goddamn body that's abusing me. He telling me to expose them right now. Because they gonna keep on doing it. And they gonna do it till I'm in the grave, if I let them. So ain't no love your enemy and all that bullshit. Because they hate my God. They hate God. And God done already let it be known to me that the reason why they trying to fight you so bad is because they trying to win the battle against me. He told me all the black people house you done been to, he said he considered them terrorists. He said they terrorists. God said them black terrorists. God said all the people who house you done been in, from city to city, they denying me. Because I'm with you. And I said, save her. So for them to continue to be trying to make a reason not to help Andrea Jones, God said they denying me. Because I said to help her. Because I'm with her. Because I'm the one who vindicated her. So everybody that decide y'all want to gang up together, talking about y'all know God, talking about y'all doing the will of God, they denying me. Because they can't accept the fact that I'm with Andrea. They done took everything from me. They done took everything. And they mad because they can't take God. So they decided they're going to try to take my life. Can't take God from me. You can persecute me. You can leave me outside. You can take my house. You can take my child. You could even try to take my life. But you cannot take God. And He seen everything that y'all did. And done appointed a time for judgment. And He has given the command to save me. So ain't no just because He white and y'all want money from white people that y'all gonna go against God. Because every single night the Holy Spirit with me and we fighting all y'all demons.